G'day, Finru here. How you doing? Welcome to my brew day. So what I've got is I'm just doing my dark tired bastard. So what we've got is 3.5 kg of American two-row. We've got 350 grams of light crystal, 200 grams of brown malt, 200 grams of pale chocolate, and 200 grams of roasted wheat malt. For the hop bill, very simple hop bill, 5 grams of Materi pellet hops at 17% alpha acids, and I'll go in at first wort and I'll do an 80-minute boil. And 20 grams of Materi hops at 20 minutes, and I'll put in at 20 minutes I'll put my yeast nutrient and some Irish moss to just to clear up the wort a bit. So it's a very cold day. I think I said that. I've got to just measure out, so I do with 5 grams here. I really enjoy doing this brew. It's simple. I've got it down pat, and and so that's good. There's 5 grams there. This is going for 20 grams. Now, 20 grams plus the Irish moss. Come on. I really like this Martini hops. Really, very nice. Suits. It really suits a dark ale. To my taste, it's really good. I could probably, some point, I may do it. I really enjoyed Dino's, Tube Dino's Pot Kettle Black a few videos back, and that was really laced up with hops for a dark beer. It was a black IPA, and I could actually with this recipe boost it up with hops, and just to see if I could make it dark with this recipe, an IPA, dark IPA with this recipe. So anyway, there's 20, well, it's 22. Bit of the old Irish moss, teaspoon. Do that. Nice, and a bit of the yeast nutrient, which is around here somewhere. Doesn't matter, I'll put it in a sec, probably forget. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. This is the introduction. I've already started my mashing, and but I'll show you a bit of the mash, and did my pH, and just about coming to the end of the mash, actually, the 80-minute mash, and then I'll be doing the fall off. So yeah, all going well. Cheers. Yeah, that's a nice looking mash, that. So this is just the tired bastard, my dark ale. I'm just sticking to that for a wee while. It's just easy for me, and I really enjoy it. It's probably my favourite beer, I think. So that's a nice mash. The strike water was 76 because it's very cold here in Christchurch. And I'll just check it to see what my mash temp is. There. 67, bang on the button. Fabulous. So there it is. I'll just tuck them in, and I'll do a bit of a pH. I don't really need to do a pH reading, but I will see where I'm at. I could actually probably stop doing pH readings for this brew, because it's the same every time. But anyway, I do it. That's what I do. Yeah, so cheers, we'll be back shortly. G'day. Okay, so I've just taken my my pH. I'm very happy with my pH. You can see that there. 5.25. I had trouble reading that backwards then. 5.25. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah. So turn that off. I have to make sure I look after my pH meter, give it a nice clean, a nice wash after every use, and so that should be good. I'm going to do an 80-minute mash, so we'll move on. Everything's going well. Still hosing down outside, hailing and that. Yeah, I'm not feeling too bad. So cheers. See you soon. Okay, so the sparge went really well. No problems. Got my my volumes fine. I may do a pH to see what my pre-boil pH is. I don't normally do a pre-boil hydrometer reading because I don't really I mean, it is what it is, and normally it's spot on. So my process is pretty much regimented for every time. So I just want to, I'll just top this beer up. I just want to talk about, this is the same beer that I'm making. I've just bumped up the gas on this now, which I hadn't. Right, there we go. So if you're still sticking with me for this brew day, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to sign off now. The boil's just the boil pot's just coming to the boil now, but I'm absolutely spent, so I won't be doing any more filming. So once it's up to boiling, I'll boil it for an hour, and then after an hour I'll put my the last lot of my hops in, as I said about that before, I think, and the Irish moss and whatnot, and I did remember my yeast nutrient. And then what I'll do is I'll cool it down with my immersion wort chiller, which is just sitting there ready to go. I'll put that in at 20 minutes as well, just to sanitize it. When I've cooled it down, I'll be putting in this. I did this yeast starter yesterday. Really happy with it. Just from some US05 that I saved from a couple of brews back, so that's really good. That's gonna. I always like to do a yeast starter, as you guys know me. I personally think that it makes a difference, and that's up for debate. But however, I like to do it. It's part of my process. So that's what I do, and that is fine. That is more than fine. If you guys at home have things that you do that you like to do to your beer, and someone will tell you that there's no point in doing that, mate, you're just wasting your time, well, that's not the point. The point is that this is how you enjoy your brew day. You just want to brew it the way that you like, and it's all down to the individual. Now, of course, there are some things that you don't do. I'm not saying that you should, do things that's going to make your beer have plenty of off flavors. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying if you're happy with your beer and you've put all these little things together, sometimes you improve the quality of your beer in increments, just tiny increments. So it might be, if you change one thing, like you might do a yeast starter, you may not really notice the difference. And if you do another thing, you don't do a yeast starter, do something else, you may not notice the difference. And something else, if you do something else, but you don't do those other two things, you might not notice the difference. But you put those three things together, and all of a sudden, you say, actually, you know what? Doing those three things, and one at a time, they don't make much difference, but you put all those three things together, and I tell you what, it improves it. That's my theory anyway, and that's what I like to do. That's the way that I do, and I just love brewing beer. But I'm absolutely spent at the moment. I just want to. This is the beer that I'm making, and you've seen it before. It's my Thai bastard. It's and I'm really enjoying the 80% CO2 and 20% nitrogen in my beer. I'm always going to use that now. So it's nice and clear. Probably can't see that it's clear, but it is. It's beautiful and clear. And I think the reason that is, I didn't put any gelatin in it. However, what I did was I cold crashed it for, I think it was 4 days, because I was crook and bead with my fatigue, and I couldn't get out here to do it. And actually was a good lesson learned. It cleared up. I'll hold it in the sun. It looks mighty. And it tastes beautiful. There's actually a little bit more. I put 10 grams of those hops in at first wort. And normally I put in 5, so I've gone back to 5. But I quite like the 10 grams. It's got quite a nice earthy bitterness that I quite enjoy. Cheers. So I'm going to go now. I've enjoyed talking to you guys and making this video. I would like to carry on the process and show you the video of everything else, but I'm spent. I just want to finish my brew day, and that'll be that. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free, come along, and I'm always keen to talk with other people about brewing and stuff like that. So cheers, you take care. Cheers.